Well, hello, hello, hello to you astrological wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojopah Maria and Saroma coming to you with another edition of Astrology for Self-Mastery. Yes, can you believe it? We're making it to the end of February 2024. And this month, astrologically, the aspects, it's just off the chain. I have my little notes here. We have at the end, by the 28th, we will have had 6 conjunctions of planets and the sun, and 2 of them will happen on the 28th. In terms of movement, planetary movement, and all of the planets are direct right now, we will have had 8 of those. Yeah, like 8. Conjunction stuff too, that's pretty big. You get maybe 1 or 2 conjunctions a month. But 6 in 1 month, 2 on the same day. Yeah, it's really amazing. We got a total of 5 square energies. So there's been some tight energy. And more than the flow energy of sextiles we've had, we will have had 4 of those. And then we had the Aquarius stellium, meaning all of these planets, including Pluto, up in the sign of Aquarius. And again, Pluto being in Aquarius, it's all new. It is the age of Aquarius. Pluto hasn't been up in that part of the sky for over 200 years. Last time was when the United States was going through the Revolutionary War, Declaration of Independence. So, you know, indigenously, we understand that things definitely go in a cycle, but it rises a little higher because we're here to have our consciousness grown. So this time with Pluto and Aquarius, in terms of that revolutionary energy, it's going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I hope your month so far has been going well. I've had some really cool things that have shown up for me, surprisingly. So there really is this kind of forward movement beginning. I told a friend, I said, it's like we've got our engines running, but we haven't gotten into gear yet, you know. So we're still in this process of kind of planning, developing, thinking about, you know, all of that is going on. So I hope you're doing well. And let me share with you the quotes for February. First one, February 2024 is Aquarius sees into the 6th power, although we're now in Pisces. This month, all the inner planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and potent Pluto will make waves in the water bearer's realm. This will make for a winter that's refreshingly unexpected and at times downright disruptive. This month will certainly kick the innovative, change-making Aquarian energy into high gear. There's no stopping the change that's in the air or the accelerated pace that it will bring. And that's from the Astro Twins, Talia and Ophira. January was focused on having a vision and making a plan. Now it's time to commit to the vision and the plan and follow through with building the foundation for your vision to manifest. It's a good month to stay in your own lane, to make sure you have enough time alone to sort, decide, collect, process, and anchor what you need for building a good foundation. Lena Stevens from the PowerPoint. And February 2024 is marked by a rare Chiron North Node conjunction. I'm going to spend a bit of time talking to you about that in a minute. And a heightened Aquarius energy. The emphasis on Chiron and Aquarius makes February a very interesting month. And that is from Astro Butterfly. Yeah. So I just wanted to remind you, because I think this aspect is important in ways we don't know yet, but that is the asteroid Ceres being in Capricorn. It entered on the 7th of February, and it'll be there until December 7th. And as it says here, this is a great time for fresh starts, to begin new projects, create a name for ourselves, and plant the seeds for the upcoming spring. Yeah, really good stuff. So let's start with Friday. Let's Friday the 16th. And here's what was going on. We had Venus entering Aquarius. Yeah, Mars and Mercury already did it earlier in the month, and now it was Venus's turn. From February 16th to March 11th, Venus fulfills her role by granting us calm in the eye of the storm. Having Venus in Aquarius for most of the month will not only beautify this uncomfortable feeling of waiting, it will bring a sneak peek of what to expect next. When Venus is in Aquarius, we all feel a bit more open minded, open hearted, and inclusive, and can expect to expand our social and emotional networks and find people with whom we can build a future. Isn't that just lovely? I just love that. Love that. Hey, Carmen, checking in from Arizona. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, sister. Yeah, yeah. So we got that sweet Venus energy that is going on. Because like I said, we do have a little tight stuff that is happening. So it's good to know that we've got the Venus flow in our corner until the 11th of March. Now, on the same day, on the 16th, we had Mercury in Aquarius, like I said, squaring Uranus in Taurus. And this says not a great day for plans, as you need to be pretty creative when everything that can go wrong goes wrong. Make sure to double check all emails and texts before sending them, as a simple mistake can lead to a major headaches and embarrassment. If you're traveling, be extra careful with times and schedules. So think back to last Friday and see if that was your story or not. Then on Saturday, the 17th, we had the Venus and Pluto conjuncting in Aquarius. And like I said, this hasn't happened in over 200 years. And the message here is there's activity in relationships today as we're encouraged to get rid of toxic connections to make room for serious relationships. Yes. Whether you're blocking exes, making new friends, or falling in love with friends, don't be afraid to make shifts and changes in the name of happiness. Absolutely. So really powerful with that Pluto energy, uncovering things, uncovering the shadow. And so changes in relationship, and that seems to be a theme that you'll hear in the information I'm going to present, like really discerning and really making the choice to let go of what is not supporting us in the truth of who we are. Ashe. Now, last Sunday on the Earth, on the 18th, we had Pisces season. My favorite time of year. When your birth season shows up, you really should be getting happy, because the energetic of the sun being in that part of the sky, from our perspective, of course, but aligning with your birth sign, it is energizing. Think about it. The sun does that, right? It heats things up. It energizes things up. So we should always be so happy when our birth season comes around. And I'm Pisces, and I am truly happy for this time. So here's the message. On February 19th, Sun enters Pisces, and happy birthday to all you fellow Pisceans out there. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. The Pisces season is when we complete the 12-month cycle, or one astrological year. The Pisces season has always been a good time to declutter the house, the body, the mind, and the soul. During the Pisces season, take some time to reflect on what this astrological cycle has meant for you and what you're moving towards or inviting in the next one. With winter soon coming to an end here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're slowly coming out of our hibernation and back into the world. For the next 4 weeks, life will be inspirational and kind as we emerge from the cold days. Woohoo! Be prepared for a sudden rise in creativity around the world and an upsurge of your own inner gifts. If you allow yourself to be different and weird, which also means wired, with your style and artistic flair, you will surprise yourself and everyone with your level of genius this season. How wonderful, fabulous message. So again, happy birthday to all you Pisceans, and to my my niece-in-law, Kirsten, she opens up for the family the Pisces season because I got so many Pisces in my family, including my sister. So it's a really fun time. Really fun time. Yeah. Now, this past Monday on the 19th, we had this really, really important aspect of Chiron and the North nodes. But I need to explain to you about the lunar nodes for those of you who may not be familiar with them. What are they? About where they're at right now. And then I'll tell you the message of Chiron in Aquarius with the North node is bringing us. So first, what are the lunar nodes? Okay. Technically, the nodes aren't planets. They are 2 points in the sky where the moon's orbit intersects with the ecliptic. I'm going to show you a diagram of that'll explain that even better. The North node represents a person we're evolving into, which is calculated by our birth charts. The South node represents our ancestral past or karmic ties that we are here to heal from and through. And what I love about the lunar nodes, to me, this is about our sacred contract. This is our sacred contract. A lot of time you'll hear the North node called destiny, and you'll hear the South node called karma. But all in all, to me, it's about what is the purpose for us being here. It's tied to our purpose. So these are really powerful astrological points. Yeah. So here's the diagram, just to give you an idea of what they mean by the elliptic. And it has to do with, of course, how the sun and the moon are orbiting as if the Earth is like the center of the galaxy. But where they touch, that part of the sky where they touch, the path of the moon and the sun touch together, that becomes what we call the node. Okay, so it is a portal. That's how I see the nodes. I see the nodes as portals, really powerful portals that we get to work with and use to navigate our sacred contracts, to navigate through our life. And it's just really, really powerful. I just want to share this message from Joyce Gillespie, another Piscean. Woohoo! Happy birthday. Wonderful, wonderful. Mine's on March the 3rd, so I'm close by next week. Yeah. So anyway, I hope that helps you understand the technology of nodes and why they're important, again, because they're these portals. This when the sun and the moon come together, that's no joke. That is no joke. So more about what they are. Astrologically, the lunar nodes are associated with spiritual development because that's what our sacred contract is. Our sacred contract is what has our soul come incorporated into this third dimension to learn so that it can grow. So again, the nodes are associated with spiritual development. The South node represents your karma or all of the experiences you've already absorbed throughout your lifetimes. By contrast, the North node represents that which is yet to come, what you should focus on now in order to resolve the karma from the past. So we're always building and growing from our past. That's a really important thing. We're not supposed to be repeating our past. We're supposed to be growing from it. And that's why healing from historical and ancestral wounds, which I've been talking about in Wisdom Walk Talk, is so essential. Now, as it says here, the lunar nodes are always directly opposite one another. Our past, after all, is inevitably directly linked to our future. So again, the use of that, and that's by Kelly Fox. I really like her as an astrologer. She's on a website called astrology.tv because I think she comes from Australia. She does some very good graphics too. I like the pictures she puts together to talk about the different aspects. Yeah. So let's move along with these lunar nodes. So on July 17th in 2023, we had the important event when the nodes change signs. So that means the path of the sun and the moon, where they meet on the ecliptic, it changed up. And so we left out of Taurus and we moved into Aries in the North node, left out of Scorpio and moved into Libra in the South node. Now, at the collective level, this is the emphasis shift. Taurus to Scorpio themes: value, finances, possession. So, in Aries to Libra themes: self-mastery, relationships, partnerships. Isn't that cool? So wonderful. So that's just to let you know why the North Node energy, again, what is it? Yeah, self-mastery, relationships, partnerships is so important with Chiron showing up into it. And so this, again, on February 19th, and Chiron is an asteroid, but it is mythologically connected to the wounded healer. Chiron, who was half man, half horse. His parents were upset when he came out looking like that, and they abandoned him, and he gets raised by Apollo, I believe. And he does, so he's dealing with his wound of abandonment. He gets hit by somebody's arrow, and has to heal himself. And he also helped out Prometheus, the one that brought fire to the humans. He got punished for that, but ends up being up in the stars as a constellation, and an asteroid is how we seem to. But he brings us that whole myth about the wounded healer, that, because he becomes a great healer. He's always helping people, healing people. And the message is, despite whatever core wound you have, you can heal from it. In fact, it can be your treasure. And as it says here, Chiron takes 50 years to orbit the sun, and the nodes take 27 years to orbit the sun. The last time Chiron and the North Node met in a conjunction was in 2008. That was a pretty important year for all of us. And I know it was important for me. It's actually when I began my Wisdom Walk program, which was the first time I was able to integrate African spirituality into a human services program. And that program is still going. It's really amazing. Chiron conjunct North Node in Aries is your opportunity to reclaim your identity and change the trajectory of your lineage. I'll repeat that. Chiron conjunct North Node in Aries is your opportunity to reclaim your identity and change the trajectory of your lineage. That sounds like healing ancestral wounds to me. It's your unique chance to break free from inherited patterns and create a new narrative for yourself and future generations. This is so important, folks. I can't tell you enough how important this is. Now, this conjunction isn't about a one-day event. This is just telling you that starting on February 19th, the heavens have aligned, the cosmos has aligned to bring us this supportive energy for creating a new narrative for ourselves and future generations to heal from those ancestral inherited patterns, wound patterns that don't work anymore. So we should all have a heightened sense of this is important, and know what our ancestral wounds are, which ones we're working on, and to know that we're being supported in healing that. Again, in my Wisdom Walk talk, my 2 broadcasts and live streams for February, I talk about that. So go to my YouTube channel and you can check them out. Now, excuse me, I'm so excited about this. This is cream. According to the wisdom I keep, we're in a mineral year, and mineral is not just about remembering purpose. It's also about shifting up your story. Yeah. Because the mineral persons are story keepers in a village. And it's so important for us to know that we can have a new story, a new narrative, that we can have our personal renaissance. I can't preach this enough. So here's some more information about the North Node conjunct in Aries with Chiron. Now, what does this all mean for the collective? Well, the North Node in Aries and Chiron in Aries are supporting us to step into our missions and knocking any narratives of self-doubt to the side, ultimately encouraging us to become our fullest selves. Yet at our core wounds that have been holding us back. The magic lies in addressing these wounds, unlocking parts of ourselves that have remained trapped in the past, It empowers us to break free from the cycle of endlessly replaying old conversations and experiences. Old tapes that need to be taken out of the cassette player. And for you old school people, you know what I mean. Chiron can assist us in letting go of the comparison game, allowing us to embody our most authentic and fearless selves. Yes, and this was from astrologer Sade Jackson. Beautiful, beautiful message there. And then from Astro Butterfly, she says, Chiron is a missing link. If you've been feeling alienated from yourself and the world at large, Chiron will reunite you with your essence and the collective whole. But how do we find healing? Well, how do we do the Chiron work? Here's where the Chiron North Node conjunction comes into play. Pay attention to any insights and downloads that came to you around February 19th, when Chiron is exactly conjunct the North Node. While nothing concrete may happen right away, the transit will awaken something inside of you, something that will become obvious in March through April, when we have an Aries stellium, including an eclipse conjunct Chiron. And a stellium, again, is where you have 3 or more planets and heavenly bodies all in that same part of the sky. And that always magnifies things. And Aries is all about what? Yeah, moving forward, getting started, getting up, going, doing it. You know, it's a fire energy. So yeah, this is like really, 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 really important. I can't stress this enough. And again, the piece here to know is that we have this supportive energy. Carmen Ray says, love it. Yay, Carmen. Yes. Wow. Wow. This is so big. It's so big. It's so big. And like I said, it's not just a one-time event. It will continue, but it's for us to know that that exact lineup came. So again, anything that's come to you, I got stuff before, because I usually am at least a week or two before. So I got my message before of what ancestral wound I needed to work on, and I'm working on it. And yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to be doing a family reunion this year. Yeah, it's going to happen. And just getting around family is going to be very healing for me. So yeah. Okay, here we go next. Let's move into Wednesday, the 21st. And here we had another conjunction, this with Venus and Mars. Now, this Venus-Mars conjunction in Aquarius is about how we as individuals get to shape the collective. Important changes are coming into all of our relationships today. This could lead to taking relationships to the next level or ending those that fail to thrive. What's interesting is that we had another Venus-Mars conjunction in March of 2022. So this is like a sequel to that one. This time we have Pluto setting the collective agenda, while Venus and Mars will reveal the individual role we will play in this new 2-decade chapter of our life. Because remember, Pluto is going to be in the sign of Aquarius for 2 decades. And so he's in Aquarius. So when you get the masculine, the divine feminine, the sacred masculine coming together in that area, yeah, it's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. So again, like I told you, another emphasis about relationships. Yeah. And really getting rid of the toxic relationships and stepping into ones that are supportive of us. Yeah. Now on Thursday, the 22nd, and that's 2/2/2024, portal day, we had Mercury entering Pisces. Now, Mercury is I only believe in what I can see, feel, and touch planet. So in Pisces, Mercury can have difficulties staying factual and concise. To make the most of the coming 2 weeks, immerse yourself into Piscean activities. Read, write, watch fantasy movies, keep a dream journal, and most importantly, surrender to Pisces' mysterious ways of delivering and making sense of information. Absolutely. Yeah. This is a very, very good aspect, especially for us Pisces people. Yeah. We need this. Now, here we go with today. Today, Saturday, the 24th. And, I was working on this astrology, pulling all this together for you on my research and stuff. And I'm sitting upstairs, and there's beautiful open windows out to a terrace. But I had my head down. I was doing this work and focusing. And at one point, something said, look up. And I looked up, and bam, there was the moon in the sky looking totally full. Looking totally full. It was just amazing. And so that's what we have going on today. We have the true full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo. Now, let me jump first and tell you about a square energy, a tight energy that is happening today, which is Venus in Aquarius squaring Jupiter in Taurus. And the advice is keep it light and fun today, as being too serious could ruin the vibe. Go with the flow, trust the process, and let problems work themselves out on their own. So, let go of your control drama, trying to figure it all out, and trust. Yeah. Now, about this full moon in Virgo. Here's a quote from Astro Butterfly. We may work very hard, but still not be where we want to be. At the full moon in Virgo, you may have an aha moment about why your efforts don't yield the expected results. The answer is not always work harder. Sometimes it's the little things that lead to massive improvements. The full moon in Virgo will remind us that focusing on efficiency and the finer details can be as impactful as sheer effort. Yes, such a great message. Yeah. So, the natives and Native American culture, one of the names for this moon of February is called the snow moon. And of course, that's because it would, in the Northern Hemisphere, be snowing out. And so this was a time to stay in, pray, reflect, be grateful, know that more food is going to be showing up. Yeah, it's that kind of a vibe. So this lunation is opposite both Saturn and Pisces, and Mercury in Aquarius. So there is a little heaviness to this. That's why I love that square message was about take it easy, take it light, don't push it. Yeah, just let things work themselves out. This Virgo full moon marks a turning point where life starts to pick up significantly. And that's why we need to lay low, because things are in process in the background. Don't worry, things are going to move forward like at breakneck speed. I really believe that. This moon emphasizes the value of hard work and organization, though themes around health and wellness also come into play. Super, so important. We cannot leave ourselves out of the picture, folks. We have to include our self-care. Yes. Now is the time to examine your day to day, taking into consideration where manageable changes can be made. And this is so important, especially before things start to accelerate. You need to be in your routine of self-care. You need to know how much sleep you need. Are you drinking enough water? Are you standing up from that desk and taking a break and moving your body and getting some physical exercise? Are you allowing yourself to do those projects that you really love to do, things with your hands? That's really important because we spend so much time up in our brain. We need to be doing manual things, crafting, knitting, sewing, building something with our hands, gardening. Yeah, indoor gardening as well. Because this is so important. We have to have our routine down when things start to pick up. Now, another message is that although there's emotional heaviness with this lunation, it does mark the end of the 6-month Virgo moon cycle that began with the new moon in Virgo on September 14th, 2023. So any wishes you made around that time and projects you started should start to see some results now. I know this is true for me. It's a lunar harvest season. Woohoo! And the earth signs will experience the best of the best under this influence. And the earth signs are, of course, Virgo, Taurus, and who am I forgetting? Oh, Capricorn. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the earth signs. So it's a good period. Of course, the February 24 full moon begins a new 6-month lunar cycle of processing and endings that will continue until the next Virgo new moon in 2024. And it'll be in September, folks. Use this time to make changes in your daily routine, health, and the little things that compromise a balanced and liberated lifestyle. Full moons are perfect time to end what isn't useful and pave the way for something new. And the theme that I put down for this in my title is about self-reflection. So I really encourage that over this weekend, like take some time to get still and just really think about, how am I? Who am I? What am I? Am I being in service, first of all, to myself? You have to serve yourself. And then how am I serving others? Am I doing it out of codependency because I want people to like me? I want to be called a good person? Or am I really doing it because this is what I can do and it works for me to do it? Carmen Ray says, oh my goodness, yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's really important that we take time to reflect, contemplate, and really decide for ourselves how we want to be going forward. Because like I said, things are getting ready to heat up. It's going big. And we need to know what works for us, what is real for us. So that so you don't give your power away just because, an opportunity has shown up. And I'm talking to myself too, folks, because I know I very easily can just forget all of my health routine and just say, I got to get this done. I got to do this project. I got to save the children, But I'm making a commitment and calling on my ancestors to help me to make sure that I stay balanced. And then I say no when I really am feeling tired and don't have the energy. And stop feeling like I'm the only one who can do it. No, there's always help. So happy full moon day. And again, hopefully you are using this weekend to chill, let problems work out the way they need to. And again, realizing that you come to the end of one cycle and now it's time to begin another in a healthy, balanced, and loving way. So let's shoot over now to this Tuesday. We don't have any more aspects after that. So we get 2 days off. And then we get this Mars in Aquarius squaring Jupiter in Taurus. So again, tight energy. But it says this idealistic aspect brings swift change to our lives as we get rid of traditions that are no longer working and focus on making changes that can make our lives and our world a better place. Don't cling to a system that is not working. And this is also kind of forecasting that, there's many of you out there that are going to be changing your living environment, your work environment, your relationship environment. Yeah, because, with Pluto and Aquarius, we are really not as able to ignore what is not working for us. Yeah, we're having to feel it. We're having to pay attention to it. And so again, this aspect again is lending itself to that. And like it says, swift change in our lives as we get rid of traditions that are no longer working. Like you're here to struggle and suffer. Yeah, get rid of that one immediately. Now, on Wednesday, the 28th, which would have been the last day of February, right? Yeah, we get some really, really interesting conjunctions, 2 conjunctions. Now, they're both with Pisces. They're both in the sign of Pisces. And the first one is the Sun conjunct Mercury in Pisces. Now, Mercury likes things in 3D, and Pisces is all about the fourth and fifth dimension and beyond. So this paranoid combination will keep us all on our toes, as it's easy for our thoughts to get carried away with scary what ifs. Don't get so lost in your thoughts that you start to spiral. And this is about, don't try to figure it out. Don't try to think that you can know. Keep yourself open. Stay up in the Piscean higher dimension of dreams and imagination, and trust the process, but don't be trying to figure it out. Yeah, beautiful conjunction. Now, this next one involves Mercury, and I need to just share with you about a cazimi, because Saturn in the heart of the sun, it's going into this cazimi. So when Saturn, the planet of time and karma, sits in cazimi, meaning it lines up with the heart of the sun exactly. It also starts a new cycle. Now it will move out of, it begins its journey back to the sun now after it's been in the heart. So cazimi with the sun in Pisces, this could be the start of a long-standing new project or venture. Yes. You'll feel renewed energy and inspiration to share your unique perspective with others and break outside what's expected. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah. So think about that. This long start of a long-standing new project. Very, very exciting. So here's a message with the sun conjunct Saturn in Pisces. Saturn transits are rather sobering. It's akin to the moment when your manager calls you into their office. Sun conjunct Saturn is a reality check, asking us to evaluate if we are on track with our goals. Are we living up to our potential? With Pisces as the energy field, if you have been being your best, all your hard work is finally going to pay off, as your wildest dreams can come true today. This is a great time to embrace your powers and even a new image. Woohoo! Love that. Love that for how we are closing out this month. And again, if you haven't been doing your work, the energy of this conjunction will really help you know that. Yeah, because there will be no fruit bearing. Ain't no fruit, ain't no fields to plow. Ain't nothing emerged, because you haven't been doing your work. And for those of you wisdom walking, you know exactly what I mean. It's really important that we do the work on ourselves, take responsibility, self-master. And again, the things that we have been working on, if we have been diligent and consistent and courageous, yeah, this is really some powerful energy. And again, it may not happen exactly on this day, but either before or after, be on the lookout if you've been doing your work. This is payday, y'all. This is it. Yeah, absolutely. And now, drum roll. We get a leap year. Woo! Yes, every 4 years. And it's interesting that this February, we get this extra time, almost like Spirit is saying, yeah, things are getting ready to shoot forward. So we give you a little more time for laying your foundation and for preparing. So happy leap year, everyone. And if some of you are old school out there and read the Little Abner comics by Al Cap, this is also Sadie Hawkins Day, when women were allowed to go chase the man they wanted. And if they caught him, he had to marry her. And so our final aspect for February 2024 is a beautiful flow energy of Mercury in Pisces sextiling Jupiter in Taurus. This lucky leap day is a great opportunity to make plans for your future, as this positive aspect can help you to make the right decisions that take you to your destined path. Isn't that just glorious? Isn't that just wonderful? And the answer is yes, it is fabulous. I just love that. I just love that. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. And as you know, this is how the energy still is. We're still swirling through shift and change, things being thrown out, things being brought in, things being thrown out, things being brought in. So don't think that you're crazy. This is just the energy that we are in right now. And it's a beautiful energy. It is. Just a quick shout out for my book, still available on Amazon, Kindle, Walmart, Age Books, and other booksellers. Wisdom Walk to Self Mastery for Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain. Yeah. So, folks, there you have it. There you have it. We had a lot of interesting aspects this month, and I hope that, again, you are coming out of this month on that high note, knowing that new things are coming, new things are here, that you can have your dreams come true. And March is going to be interesting. I'm going to be traveling, so I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing my astrology reports, but I'll do the best that I can. Keep you posted. So, in the meantime, take great care of yourselves, love on each other, love on the world, and know that, yeah, we're going to be okay. We are going to be okay. Take care. Talk to you again very soon. Bye now.